Okay, I have us under, and this is probably a colossally bad idea, but I've been laying in wait for him. And I'm gonna see if I can hit him. This is, again, just probably not gonna work. Probably lost that, so I lock that in again. And, alright. Let's put that in. There we go. And he is probably about like this. And let's go ahead and go to stop.
All stop.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we need to wait until we keep our... Yeah, he's not steering, so I wonder if he just magically got thrown off by the fact that I've suddenly disappeared. A submarine would never do such a thing. Good grief. Sometimes the AI in this game is just a little bit spotty. It's just not quite all there. It does some foolish things. Alright. Let's see what it says. 11 knots. Maybe I just need to trust this thing. I don't know. That just seems a bit fast. Is his max is 12. I don't know. I mean, we are in the area, so he's probably putting out a good amount of speed, and there's a lot of weight coming off the back. I'm going to go ahead and trust that solution. I don't know if it's right, but we're going to give it a go.
Firing to
Give it a shot here. Put our scope down. Oh, I forgot to say Hadouken. Oh well. Shoryuken! A little bit delayed. I can never do the Shoryuken when I was a kid. I could, obviously, as an adult, as a excellent Street Fighter player, as an adult, I am able to do so. But back when I was a kid, it just defied me, because I think I didn't understand the fact that it was, what was it, towards, down towards, or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is actually possibly going to hit him, which is not cool. It's not supposed to work that way. He should have been maneuvering. But that's going to hit him right under the... no, a little bit ahead of the stack.
torpedo impact.
I can't believe that 11 knots was right, but it was. Alright. And it actually impacted. And his stack has gone dead for a second, but it is still going. Wow, alright. I was not expecting this. This is a lovely surprise. He didn't... I feel kind of bad, though, because he was steering before, and he only just now started to maneuver against that torpedo. I don't really know if I like the circumstances under which we just got that hit, but... oh well. All's fair in love and war, and I love you. Big old torpedo-laden hug. Let's go ahead and surface
Surface the boat.
before I
Yes, sir.
shower more flirtations on this ship.
Surface.
He does appear to have slowed down significantly, which would stand to reason, because he was hit with a torpedo. Alright, let's get some people on this doohickey. Durr. Brain cramp.
Yes, sir.
We're still aiming for waterline, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Bong! And let's see. Get the Flava Flav watch out of the way. Sort it by skill. Okay. We don't really have very many people who are very skilled with weapons. The skill sorting thing, it just sorts it by what the person's highest skill is. So we probably have people who are more skilled, but they have higher skills, so they're not on the list for weaponry. And I feel real bad for Logitech Saw, because his highest skill is a 39 in weaponry. You're terrible. But, although there are people with the highest skill of 27 in sensory. Handsome Be Wonderful has his highest skill of 27 in sensory. So, it's a good thing that he's good looking. He can't sing, he can't dance, he can't do shit on the boat, but... oh, my officers are wretched. I mean, they're personally wretched. Tempted to put Leroy 57, although he is a traitor. Heard that he's been doing some operations with the Germans. And let's put Senator von Faust. Let's make this political. Now, he is already steering, so we're going to increase our speed. How's our battery doing? We weren't under for all that long, and we're already losing quite a bit of battery power, but let's see. Deck gun. Deck gun. Ticka-ticka-doo. I'm going to have us get into a better position because the AI, as I've mentioned, is pretty clever about trying to keep you in his baffles so that he doesn't end up getting hit with the deck gun too much. He is listing very badly, though. I don't know if the deck gun is even going to be necessary. Yeah, we're going to kind of soft pedal the deck gun here. Why is it so much of what I say sounds like a euphemism? I've got a dirty mind is all it is, really. But
Yes, sir.
soft pedal the deck gun. Wink, wink. Yeah, we're gaining on him quite a lot. He's doing a very good job, though, under the circumstances of keeping us from having a good shot at him. See, this is why I'm kind of disappointed. It's because he was doing this kind of stuff before. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Okay, let's just go ahead and take a few shots with the deck gun. And I'll actually let my men go ahead and do it. Actually, no, I won't, because as we discovered from the initial attack that we made, God bless them, but they get a little bit excited and they take their shots too early. Are you guys down there? Oh, I didn't designate it. Duh. Is that it? No. That one.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
Yes, sir.
Where did that even land? What are you guys doing?
Yes, sir.
What the French toast? What was that about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now they're gonna fuck it up
Firing
again.
at will.
Watch. They're gonna shoot ahead of it. Guaranteed. Yeah. Ahead and short. You're terrible. Yeah. Face the gun forward in shame. I'll take over. Let a man do it. Now, he's on a bad angle. So I'm gonna have to steer. No.
Yes, sir.
Alright. You crafty bastard. Really don't have that much deck gun ammo, so we need to be fairly prudent with its usage. Oh, thank you. There's a merchant in the area, apparently, you guys.
1-0. Short
Good
range.
to know. Now, this possibly isn't the best way to do this, but I want to get onto the other side of his ship. Probably by the time I get into a firing position, he'll already be sinking. Because he's looking really, really bad. Or as our friends from across the Atlantic would say, he's looking poorly. Which doesn't make sense. Alright. Actually, it makes perfect sense. Oh, that was a little bit high. This is kind of pointless. I'm sure this is riveting watching. It's just basically like a Benny Hill episode or like watching the Keystone Cops or something. That was under the waterline. That's good. See, we want more of those holes, but we want them under the waterline. Under. Yeah. Oh. It's burning. It's just reminded. Oh, never mind, actually. It's not really appropriate to talk about. Something that's inappropriate and is about burning. Boy, there's a lot of directions to go with that. I probably shouldn't even have said anything that alluded to there being anything inappropriate about this. Let's just say that this is highly appropriate, and that everything here is perfectly on the level. He doesn't appear to be moving anymore. Not moving very much, anyway. He's in a world of hurt. Let's hit him over here. Super. Oh, more fires. Not good. Under the waterline. Excellent work by me, the captain,
Yes, sir.
with some help from my crew, the idiots. Yeah, speaking of that, I'm gonna go ahead and let them pick at the carcass here. What are you doing? You hit, but that was just not... Keep the gun pointed at him. That's kind of the whole point of this, you guys. And he is dead in the water, so... I think that he's going to sink momentarily, but we'll let the crew feast on the scraps. Looking very, very bad. We'll slow it down.
Yes, sir.
Might as well. Let's get a look at him. Completely dead in the water. Ouch. Hadouken! Lots of holes in the hull. He's got a big one on the starboard side. I always have to remind myself of the difference between port and starboard. It's kind of pathetic. You'd think that after having... I did this Silent Hunter 3 playthrough for a whole frickin' year. And I've been doing this for a little while. You'd think that I would have some memory of that, but I can never quite get it. I always have to be like, port, starboard, left, right. Okay, yeah, starboard. Jesus. Alright, well, I think we'll give him one more shot here. Owing to the fact that he is dead in the water, I think I'm going to call this good after that shot's taken. If it hits. Yeah, it's alright. It didn't put a hole in the hull,
Yes,
but
sir.
I think that that's alright.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody can relax now.
Yes, sir.
Secure
Yes,
from
sir.
battle stations.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Holding fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, we're leaving him burning and immobilized. And we're going to head back to our patrol area because I'm very close to Japan, especially for a sugar boat. Sugar boats, not the most resilient boats, and I'd like to keep this thing out of trouble as much as possible. So, let's return to course and head standard. Get rid of this garbage. How many deck gun rounds do we have? 86, not bad. We'll go decks awash, which I found you can do by clicking roughly right there, and I need to actually get back on the bridge in that case. It sounds the diving alarm when you do that. I guess we are... Oh, hey. That's not what I wanted then. It's too deep. Let's put it like that. There you go. Now we're awash. Are we good? What am I doing? I've got us all tarted up. There we are. Okay, now we're running awash. Good. Although my crew isn't on deck. This is one of the tricks with it. You have to kind of fiddle with it, I guess. Let's just say surface. There you go. There's those fantastic crewmen of mine. I need to actually reassign people back to their posts, but I think that we're in good shape as far as this guy goes. He looks pretty bad. So, what was that on tonnage? 5,452. Very respectable. We're going to continue to the south and see if we can find more prey. We have 2 torpedoes left, so I think that we have some pretty good prospects ahead of us. Well, we didn't get a notification for him, but he is definitely sinking. And that's one thing about this, is that... what am I doing? Let's go back to him. You have to be, I believe, within a certain range in order to get credit for the kill, and I'm worried that we were out of... range for that. Although... Oh, we will get credit. Okay, good. It just ticked off there. Excellent. Okay. Well, that's a relief. So yeah, 5,464 tons. But as I was saying, you do have to be... Like in Silent Hunter 3, you could get away with getting credit for the kill even if you didn't personally witness it. If you don't actually have the ability to see it and or hear it, the game will not award you with the kill. However, you can remember in certain situations in Silent Hunter 3, we were able to get credit even though we were a long ways away. So, that's been modified a little bit in this game. It actually is supposed to, I think, reflect some of the historical issues that arose due to captains kind of overstating their tonnage in the Pacific theater. It seems like there was a lot of... I mean, it happened, of course, in the Atlantic theater with the Germans and everything. They love to claim targets that they didn't sink. Usually not maliciously, but just because they thought that they landed a hit and they just assumed that it sunk. But in fact, in a lot of those cases, the ships were able to right themselves and keep going. That was true here in the Pacific, and some of it was partially because they were just so infuriated with the shoddiness of their torpedoes. They're like, yeah, whatever, we sunk it. I don't know if it's a little bit more complex than that, but that kind of stuff is obviously related to morale, and if morale's poor, people are going to be a little bit less willing to be honest about their achievements. And there he goes. Okay, we have actually already met our objective. It seems that I was a little bit conservative with the drawing of this circle. Isn't it like it's 1.6 kilometers to a mile? So I guess this area here was still within the circle. So we're done here. I could ask for a new objective. I do have 2 torpedoes, but I think what we'll probably do is just head back to... might stop in Surabaya here. I don't know. Can we make it to Darwin? That's really the more important point. I'm going to figure that out and get back with you guys. Okay, I've plotted kind of a basic course to Darwin. It shouldn't be too much difference of distance. We're basically just going to head due south. Let's see. Let's go to the... Oh, wait. No, we were in the right spot. It's this. Maximum range is 95. This is 5,000 or so. So we easily can do this. So I'm really not interested in doing too many more little assignments, and I'm hoping that on our way through here, we're going to pass very, very close to Okinawa. Let's just take a look. These are the main ports here. Yeah, that's extremely close. Well, maybe we'll run into some shipping out of Okinawa or heading from Formosa or China towards Japan. So hopefully we run into some targets, but I'm basically done operating here. I'm nervous that we're going to run into more airplanes and things like that, so I'd like to get into some safer waters here with our delicate little sugar boat. So yeah, that's the plan, and if we run into some stuff, you'll be the first to know. You know what? I've had one of my trademark changes of mind. We're going to... I always expect it to be there. I'm going to go ahead and send a status report. Oh, well, okay. No new objective at this time. Patrol another area of your choice or return to base. That's perfectly fine by me. So, we're going to head south towards Darwin and intercept any traffic that may occur. Oh, shit.
Yes, sir.
Whee!
Dive.
We're cruising, though. We're already pretty much under. It's over here, I thought. Yeah, I can see it. It's right there. It might not have seen us. We were quite far away. That's a lucky spot that we had.
Current depth 20.
I think we're good. But let's keep diving. We're going to be very, very far under by the time he comes into the area, so... Good stuff. We're going to be at 45 meters, I believe. Yeah. Cool. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's coming right over us. Okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh. Whoa. Went underwater there. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Don't fuck with me. He was gonna drop one, but he thought better of it. Couldn't see shit. He's like Tourette's guy. Well, alright. Good stuff. We're gonna, slow down.
Ahead 1/3.
I should have also, you know what, that kind of suggests to me that I should also do maneuvers when I'm under, as, you know, a smart captain would do. So I might do that next time. Glad that he didn't drop any bombs in this case, but all around, not too bad. We're going to stay under for a little bit until he clears out of the area, and then continue. They're not letting me off easy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dive.
Fortunately, I was running again with decks awash, and I think that that is really, really important for our health and well-being. Yep. Well, we're already pretty much under now. But let's take another look. He would be over here. Not really seeing anything. It's pretty far away. He might not have seen us.
Current depth 2-0.
Well, let's just look off in that direction and see if anything comes our way. I see nothing. I don't think he saw us. So again, decks awash.
Current depth 3.
Do it. Do it now. Get to the chopper. Or
Ahead 1/3.
get your submarine under. Get your submarine under. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Alright. Well, you know, these could be more interesting, but that also might be kind of bad if they were, so I'm all for survival over action, I guess. I know that doesn't make for very interesting viewing, but this kind of, you know, this series kind of stops when I die, so, you know, you take the good with the bad. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing we did before, stay under for a wee bit, and then come back up. We're pretty far past Okinawa, but it reminded me of something I was going to talk about as we sailed past it. In Silent Hunter 3, I had a fond hobby of attacking ports and getting tonnage that way, and it was hilarious and enjoyable for one and all. But actually, I wouldn't say that it was enjoyable for one and all. I kind of found it boring because, you know, they're basically stationary targets. They don't really, you know, do anything, and ports are generally pretty easy to infiltrate, and also submarines really didn't do too much of that in the real world. Not that we're really trying to mimic reality here, obviously, but it just isn't something that I'm terribly interested in doing in this playthrough. So, I mean, unless somebody has, you know, I might pay a visit to Tokyo Bay, for instance. That might be hilarious, but you know, as far as visiting any of these ports here on Okinawa, like, well, I'm going to say it like an American because that's who I am. I'm not even going to pretend to know Japanese. If we're going to go to Naha or Adaman or Kin or Nago, or let's say we want to go to Taguchi or perhaps even Higashui, we're not gonna, I guess is the point. It was, you know, if we wanted to. No, that's a moot point. We're not gonna want to do that. So we're just gonna pass on by. Well, we obviously already have. And I'm probably not going to make a habit of visiting ports too often. Again, if somebody has a specific one that they'd like me to visit, like I might, you know, another one that comes to mind is probably Singapore. I might stop by there, or Hong Kong maybe, but unless, you know, somebody has a real strong reason for why we should, I'm probably going to refrain from doing port attacks. So I just wanted that to be clear and on the table and known for one and all. We're continuing south. We haven't had any more plane contact, which is good news. Take a quick listen here. I already did one, but why don't we do one as a family? Why don't we sit down and enjoy a nice hydrophone session together? Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Let's go on the surface and continue onward.
Yes, sir.
Since we haven't really run into any contact since leaving the area of Okinawa, I'm having us go south still, but I've changed our course to go to Perth here as opposed to Darwin, just because I'm thinking that if we sail closer into the area of Java and Borneo here, that we'll run into some more enemy traffic. So, you know, I just hate to go home with 2 eels unspent. I like to shoot all my eels as it were. So that's the plan for now. If we do run into something along the east coast of the Philippines here, and in fact, maybe I'll bring us in a little bit closer. Is that changing? Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring us in a little bit closer just so that we can see if we can run into some traffic here. But if we don't, that's not a big deal. We'll just go through here and end up here in Perth. As opposed to Darwin. So that's the new plan. Once again, I'm changing my mind. I reserve that right. This is my privilege as your captain. And you just have to deal with it. And we do have enough fuel to get there. I think that's an important consideration or something. So, there we are. Onward! I just wanted to share something completely amazing with you guys. There's actual weather in this game. Would you look at that? We're getting waves, and there's these huge, menacing clouds, and I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in the North Atlantic again, and I'm scared. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Serenity now. Calm blue ocean. Calm blue ocean. Calm blue ocean! Oh, it's not working. Well, whatever. So yeah, I wanted to acknowledge this for all the meteorological nerds out there, skeptics, all two of you who are sitting at home saying, this game doesn't accurately represent the weather conditions in the Pacific Ocean, and I, for one, hate you for playing this game. You might hate me for playing this game for other reasons, I guess, but let it not be said that my misrepresentation of the weather conditions is one of them. So yeah, we're actually addressing a point that nobody's making. We sailed past the Philippines, south of Mindanao, we went this way, and then now we're heading close to Borneo, and this whole area was Borneoing. It was boring as shit. There was nothing going on. No contacts whatsoever, as I was kind of expecting, because all the Japanese operations at this point were pretty much in this area here, along with, the invasion of Wake and so on. So they would be out here, so I'd have to stray pretty far away to get involved in any of that crap. But right now I'm heading us towards Balikpapan just because I don't really know what Real Fleet Boats, the mod, how it basically allows me to rebase and resupply and stuff. So I'm going to check it out real quick. It's not much of a diversion. And once we're done there, we're going to resume course. I'm mostly wondering because I don't want to go to Surabaya if I can avoid it. If the game insists, though, on having me rebase at Surabaya, I want to, well, I guess that's the point, is I want to find out if it's going to make me do that. So I guess I could look it up, but, why not put it into practice? I don't really want to go read a manual or something, so we're going to stop by here and continue on. I don't really want to rearm and refuel. I just want to, end the patrol if at all possible, and I would like to end it here rather than here. So that's the plan. I've once again changed things. I just can't settle on anything, but that's me. You guys know. So we're going to continue on through some absolutely violent seas and hopefully not have anybody thrown overboard. Okay, we've reached Balikpapan, and just as I was kind of expecting, it says that we can refuel and rearm or postpone, and that's what we're going to do. We're not going to dock here. We wouldn't dock here anyways, and I don't really want to refuel at this point. I could, but we have enough fuel regardless to make it to Surabaya. Now I'm concerned though, because Surabaya does get taken over here, and I don't know if that will end our career if we do end up docking there, but we're gonna keep going this way for a bit. I think that we do eventually get word here in a little while that it's gonna be untenable, and then command will tell us, nah, just go to Fremantle. So that's the plan right now. I'm gonna do that. Head in this direction, and if it's sounding like they don't want me to go to Perth, I'll go to Surabaya, but we'll play it by ear. I'm flexible. I do yoga. So let's get out of here, change our course, and continue on. You know what, guys? I stand corrected and humbled and embarrassed and slightly aroused. I stand erect before you in my shame. It turns out that Surabaya doesn't get captured by the Japanese until about March of 1942, so we should be good as long as we don't, linger for far too long. So I'm going to have us go that way. I already removed our course down to Perth here. We will eventually end up in Perth, so we're going to rebase in or not rebase, we're going to end the patrol there. I really doubt that we're going to have an opportunity to use the rest of our torpedoes. I'm sorry for that, but I'm kind of ready to wind things up here, I think. So I'm just going to have us go down this way, sail south to Surabaya, and if we run into something, obviously we'll attack it, but I'm not holding out very much hope of it, so apologies if I'm disappointing any other people other than the weather nerds. I'm bothering the tonnage nerds, I'm sure, but yeah, that's just the way it is. We're just going to have to do it this way. And we'll have a nice spot here in Surabaya for the next patrol to strike out and hit the Japanese at various other locations, so I'm not too broken up about it. So that's the new plan. Again, I am constantly revising things. Part of it is that I'm just relearning or learning how the game works. So you just have to have some patience with me. Be gentle. All right, here we go. Let's head home. All right, we're about to get to Surabaya here, and I do feel a little bit bad about not using those 2 torpedoes, but we'll have another chance, you guys. Don't worry. And I'm trying to turn down the time compression. There you go. It's one thing you do have to be very careful of in this game is if you crank the time compression and it's loading other stuff, the time compression will oftentimes get stuck. But that's a matter for another time. We're here at Surabaya. I'm going to postpone because I want to see this delightful little port. And I'm not going to dock the sub myself. That's silly. But let's just get a little bit closer. Just cruise on in. Oh, there's a ship. Oh, my God.
Ship spotted. Bearing 4.
Can I see it?
8.
I want to see
Long
it.
range.
Well, hi there. Oh, it's one of ours. It's an American destroyer. Fantastic. Alright, well, let's just keep going on into the port. He might be escorting us in. May I take your hat and your coat, sir? Oh, God. Don't run into me, though.
Ship spotted. Bearing 3.
Oh, he's not
1,
gonna.
4.
Right?
Long
Right?
range.
We know that the AI is colossally awful at pathing, so it looks like it is just kind of sitting there trying to not completely obliterate me. That's very respectful of you, sir. I appreciate that. Please, wait. Fuck.
Hard to stop.
What are you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop what you're doing.
Ship spotted. Bearing 3, 4, 7.
Oh
Long
my. He was just like waiting for me to get in the way, and then he just is like, now I ram you.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
That's just ridiculous. Oh my. Well, that could have been horrible, but everything worked out just fine. And now he's disappeared. How is that possible? He's right there. Game. Well, let's actually take a look at the port here real quick. And that's somewhat puzzling. Because the port should be there. I'm just seeing ships. Party helping of fish and ships. Well, that's a British, like a... No, it's one of ours, too. Disregard. Let me get a little bit closer. And that is actually kind of, kind of frustrating because we're able to see those ships and everything. But...
Ship spotted. Bearing.
Now, okay,
3,
now we can
2,
see the port.
0. Long range.
Huh. Well, whatever. It's strangely reminiscent of Wilhelmshaven or Lorient. But anyways, actually I think I'm going to call it good here. I think we're going to go ahead and dock and end our little patrol. So what's the damage here? We sank 3 merchant ships, 1 warship for a grand total of 26,083 tons. That is not as high of a tonnage total as we had in our Silent Hunter 3 patrols for sure, but it's still a very respectable number. The Japanese ships tend not to be as big as the typical British large merchant and things like that. So and also it's a big ocean. Let's just be honest. and conditions are a little bit trickier. I'm just making endless excuses, so we actually did fairly well, I have to say, especially with our stupid little boat. So yeah, let's see what... Ooh! Yay! We won the... that's a silver star, actually, isn't it? Yeah, because it's got a little silver star inside. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the silver star to Ken Masters. Hadouken! I don't know what he says when he does the little whirlwind kick, but he says something ridiculous like, whirl kick. I can't remember. Ken Masters, Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy, for service as set forth in the following citation. Oh shit, I got a ticket again. For gallantry and intrepidity. Intrepidity. Good lord, what a stupid word to use. And distinguished... Stupid because I can't pronounce it. Shame on you, Mr. President. And distinguished service in the line of his profession as commanding officer of the USS S-38, or SS-143, on a war patrol of that submarine in enemy-controlled waters of the Pacific War area. The notable successes of Lieutenant Commander Ken Masters and his command against a ruthless and formidable enemy enhance and sustain the high traditions of the United States Naval. The high traditions of the belly button of the United States. We enhance and sustain. That sounds like a frickin' advertisement for an erectile dysfunction pill. Except I guess it would be for a belly button. Enhance and sustain your belly button. Turn your innie into an outie. Have you heard about naval enhancement? Oh my. Well, we won an award. Good for us. Let's see. Oh,
Welcome
we get
back.
one of these.
While we still hold a base here, that is.
Ah, good point. You're a riot.
It seems that the Japanese don't waste any time.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken Hong Kong, landed on the Thai coast and also on Malaya, where they've pushed the British south towards Singapore.
Oh my. Oh
Our allies
my.
deployed their battleship force to counter the landings, but it was promptly sunk by Jap bombers based in Indochina.
Oh no.
Thus, the Japs have gained control of all air and sea lanes. in
Not
the
looking
South
too
China Sea.
good.
Obviously, the next target will be Singapore, and there's little hope to hold them back from taking the city. The Philippines were attacked with multiple landings on the north and south parts of Luzon.
Yeah, I was there.
Forcing the mixed U.S. local defenses to abandon Manila, including our submarine base there, and retreat into the Bataan Peninsula. For the moment, our troops are holding back the Japanese, but we don't know for how long they can continue and what the supply situation is. It has been suggested that submarines be used to supply the troops and evacuate key personnel from the region. So please, make all preparations pending your orders.
Interesting. Actually, MacArthur was, I believe, evacuated by submarine from the Philippines. Fun historical footnote. So yeah, we're here in Surabaya. Let's take a look at our crew. I do need to add a few more people, but as you can see, we have Leroy Riley is a non-subscriber person, but I think that he might be about it. There's one person I have yet to add, to whom I am very sorry, but I will add you as of the next patrol. But if you do want to sign up now at this point, you are going to be put on a wait list. Actually, you know what? I probably should add a few people. There's only a few people to add, I guess. There's a total of 6 people here in this port that I can add. But yeah, I'm just double checking quickly through here while I'm rambling. And indeed, there's only one more spot and that's already full. So again, if you do want to apply to be aboard the illustrious S-38, you will have to wait. Your ass gets to wait. Oh, I get to award a couple of Navy Commendation Medals. I'll see who I feel like giving that award to. But yeah. So yeah, that was all around, I think, a pretty successful patrol. Now, there is one thing I do want to see if I can upgrade, and I can't. Curses! I was going to try to upgrade our air search radar to the passive radar, and I do have to manually rearm, don't I? Super. Now, why does it say 0? Well, anyways, I guess that winds up this patrol. This has been Effing Controller playing Silent Hunter 4, thrusting his torpedoes into the waiting holes of his sub. And yeah, we'll pick up Patrol 2 sometime here in the near future. Want to thank everybody for participating, being a part of the team. And hopefully I won't get very many of you killed, but I can't really make any promises. And again, if you do want to sign up, just let me know in a comment or a message or you know, a love letter, whatever you want to send. And I'll see to it that you are put on the list. I will see you guys later.